Okay, now I'm fit to explain um, Matthew 25, Bible Hub version of the King James parable of talents. Now, talents is explained in several different ways, but I have my book, The Gift, and this is me explaining a talent versus a gift. So I'm gonna read excerpts from my book, and then I'm gonna show you in the Bible. Now this is my history, plus I'm showing you Matthew's testimony and my testimony on this day. So showing you that my history is biblical because my history is historical. You see what I'm saying? Now, talent is defined in 5 different definitions, right? The first one is a special, often athletic, creative, or artistic attribute. Then it's a general intelligence or mental power, ability. Then it's a natural endowment of a person. Then it's a person of talent or a group of persons of talent in a field or activity. And then it's any of several ancient units of weight. And then it's a unit of value equal to the value of a talent of gold or silver. Now that is the talent that is being talked about in this parable in Matthew 25. See, it says, for the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling into a far country who calls his own servants and deliver unto them his goods. So now, see, now in this parable that took place in the civil and criminal courthouses and similar in Orange counties in the state of Florida, I was a man who was traveling, right, in a far-off country because I was living the truth in a state that was living lies, right? So that's like being far off. So now I was able to go into court and show how far off the United States of America is from her foundation of independence. See, that's why I was able to use the Declaration of Independence to show the citizens of the United States of America how they have lost their independence. See, but when you live in a country that is against its name, see, this country is united only in name only, just like it has a God only in name only. See what I'm saying? The president don't care nothing about the people. See what I'm saying? See, they use the people's gripes to become president. See, they don't address the people's problem. They address their constituents' problems, right? Now, how do a rich man see a poor man's problems when he is a rich man? Now, how do a wealthy man see a rich man's problems? See what I'm saying? So now, when every man defends his own prosperity, when is a man defending America's prosperity? See what I'm saying? See, every man who cares for himself then eats off of the prosperity of his country, wherever that country is. So if a king eats from the subjects, then the subjects starve in the presence of a king. And that's what's going on here in America. How can you live in the greatest country in the world and be homeless? Because somebody is taking all of the independence from the greatness of your country. And so now they can allow their citizens to then act as if they're free to be homeless. You see what I'm saying? But if when you were slaves, there was no such thing as homelessness, then how do freedom then invent homelessness? When you live in a country that when you was a slave, you had a purpose. It just wasn't your purpose. See, so America has shown that it could do for its citizens. But America says that it's not going to do for you unless you its property. That's why I'm bringing the owner of America to court, because I'm saying you stole my independence, just like King George stole the independence from the 13 colonies. So because of your crime, you created Four Castles Incorporated, so I could get my bloodline out of your iniquity. So now, I'm a man, right? For the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling into a far country who calls his own servants. So that's when I call the Florida Constitution, the United States Constitution, the Florida Bill of Rights, the United States Bill of Rights, the United States Declaration of Independence, statutory law, and the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Now this is when John, right, then started testifying to me. See, in John 1, right, when it says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and God was the Word. The same was in the beginning with God, as all things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. In him was life, and the life was the light of men, and the light shineth in the darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not. In the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as inside of the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning. So see, if now John and Matthew are now testifying to me on September 2nd in 2023 at 8:48 in the morning, then after after the Florida Constitution, the United States Constitution, the Florida Bill of Rights, the United States Bill of Rights, the United States Declaration of Independence, statutory law, and the Civil Rights Act of 1964 married me in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida, just like my wife, whose name is Queen Benita Elaine Epps Castle of Four Castles Incorporated, married me when I was just petty officer third. I wasn't even petty officer third class. I was a seaman. I mean, a fireman, excuse me. I was a fireman, third class. I mean, fireman Tommy Chancey Castle. See, so now my name, in the beginning of our building of our kingdom, we was just citizens, and I was a veteran. Now, once America attacked that union, then we transcended this spiritual world, right? And now John 1 is now testifying to my image in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida, as well as in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida, because my human image now accompanies my written testimony, right, in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida. So therefore, does not the Word and I are one, right? So now in this new beginning that John 1 prophesied about, then is not in this new beginning the Word was in the beginning was the Word. So now that on September 2nd in 2023, am I not telling you about when I wrote myself into words? So now, if John wrote the word, and I wrote myself into words, then am I not God because I wrote the words to describe me? But if you won't describe me like John described me, well, why can't I go get John's description of me in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida. See, I'm saying, well, I am in words, I am a lawsuit, and I am saying I'm God. And when my God was attacked, my God came forth and manifested the evidence of Satan, and then told you that Satan, and gave you the definition of Satan, right? Now, this is not my definition. My ancestors was denied the right to read and write in the United States of America. So we never have a definition of anything. So I'm using my oppressor's definition of God, but yet the descendants of slaves is now questioning me. And I'm saying, well, what's your definition of God? Then I done went and got the Bible, I done went and got John 1, and now you don't even want to accept John's 1 testimony about me. So who is the black preachers teaching about if it's not a black image? Like, who are you teaching us about? Because then if one of us come through, then you deny the image that came. So now how are you not the anti-Christ? If you're teaching of Christ and then denying a truth, then how are you not anti-truth? And if you anti-truth, you got to be anti-Christ, right? Because you're not talking about yourself as I am talking about myself, and I am talking about the situation that I had to survive. And I'm saying once I survived it, I chose to enlighten you. So now, if you said that you are ordained by God to enlighten me, why are you darkening my truth with your opinion of light? See what I'm saying? Like, I'm giving you the light that guided me through darkness. And then I'm showing you that Satan is defined as the angel who in Jewish belief is commanded by God to tempt humans to sin, to accuse the sinners, and to carry out God's punishment. So now, if you are coming to me with Jesus' name, telling me to give up on my truth that defeated Satan and his God, who tried to accuse me and tried to tempt me to sin in the post office and at Bill Hirsch, I'm showing you how the devil tempted me. And then I'm saying, well, hey man, according to our enslavers, right, their definition of Satan, Satan has a God. So now here you are coming to me, trying to discredit me, who trying to get us into the promised land after I came out a way Jesus was led to the cross after he went in. So now aren't you trying to lead me to the cross? And then if you lead me to the cross where they led Jesus to, well, when are you going to lead us into the promised land? Well, because in your Father's house there are many mansions. But see, we still need Jesus to feed us 5 fish and a loaf of bread. So why are we paying you tithes when we should be giving our children an offering? But now that I have given our children my talents, which is my gift, right? See, my talent is my love for them. That's a talent, right? See, let's look at it. General intelligence or mental power, that's a talent. So I'm giving you my natural endowment. See, now look, endowment, the active process of endowing, right? To furnish with an income. See? So now I'm telling you, I'm going to pay you $25 an hour to then work on yourself like I worked on myself. So well, it shouldn't be another devil attack you individually, because now we're forming freedom collectively. See, we all now gonna work to stay free. We're not working for a talent. See, let me show you. See, now I'm giving you my talent, but they want you to work for a talent. Now this is a unit of value equal to the value of a talent of gold or silver. So now that's what Matthew was talking about in Matthew 25 verses 14 in this parable here that says, for the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling to a far country who calls his own servants and are delivered unto them his goods, and unto one he gave 5 talents. See, that's not talents. Like I'm giving you my talent, right? Which is in this case, I'm giving you a special, often athletic, creative. See, this is a creative attribute. See, so this is marked by the ability or power to create. See, I'm giving you the opportunity to be creative with yourself. See, I'm saying, don't worry about what the devil made you yesterday, because I didn't see you yesterday like the devil made you. I saw you into my tomorrow, how you gonna then make yourself. See, I'm drawing the new you, and I'm gonna pay you to become the description that I see you being tomorrow. See what I'm saying? So if I didn't purchase you today, then I couldn't recreate you in the image that I see you tomorrow. See, because I am my God, and so I'm showing you how to become your God. See, that's what a God's supposed to do. A God is supposed to create gods. See, that's what, if you go back to Genesis 1, you would see. See, if you go back to Genesis 1, then you will understand what you're supposed to be doing. But now that you came from Genesis 3, you too dirty to see yourself. See, so if you would have came from Genesis 1, verse 26, then you would see that, and God said, let us make man in our image after our likeness. See, so see, you would have been making men like I'm trying to make men. But see, that's why the black man who has a broken image is now mad with my reflection of a man. See what I'm saying? See, he lost his image in Genesis 3 when he became a serpent, a treacherous person. See, where he'll cut off his own family roots for money. See, that's why he live in the spiritual world, because he can't live with his human self. See, because he'll see how he led his family astray. See, but now when he see me, see, he can't let his family see a real man. See, because then his woman gonna look at him and see nothing. See what I'm saying? Because he already see nothing. He needs money to be something. See, my wife, see me like when she saw me when I was her boyfriend. See, she say, oh, he didn't have no money, but he was just like he is now. See what I'm saying? But then she saw that, hey, man, y'all stopped him from making money. He was making money. He was taking care of me. He was taking care of our children. He was taking care of his grandmama. She know all the people I was taking care of. See, but she never said nothing because she wasn't lacking for nothing. See what I'm saying? So it wasn't like I wasn't making enough. See what I'm saying? And that's what I'm telling the men that I'm making in my image that was made on the 6th day, that I'm showing you how to take care of the gods that you create. See what I'm saying? And I'm saying, well, if you do not become a farmer who's a god of agriculture, then our God won't be like Jesus. He won't be able to multiply the harvest. You understand? But y'all don't want to look at it like that. How can you build a nation if you only have one farmer? See, you're going to need farms in every region. See what I'm saying? And now that farmer becomes the hand of Jesus that led that fish up and prayed to God. And then when that harvest come, now we going to be able to feed the masses. But see, you black ministers, you're taking the financial seed and you're building your own place. So see, you're not a shepherd, you're a goat. You see? Now, this is me now reading my testimony. See, now I done read Matthew's testimony, John's testimony. Now I'm finna read my testimony. This is what I wrote in self-defense, right? So I got to get this because it's dark in here and I ain't trying to mess up my eye. And it say, and now this is my book, page 86. So if you bought my book, see, the gift, this a real book. See, I have not only content, I have product. See, Chancey Incorporated sell Forecasters Incorporated's product. See, so this is how I'm able to pay you $25 an hour, because this book right here is worth $1,500 because the state of Florida is selling it $8 a page, and this book is 193 pages. See, so each page is worth $8 because it's my actual testimony. So if the state of Florida is selling it for $8 a page, why can't I sell it for $8 a page? See, but you know, again, that's the black man. That's why the black race is poor, because he is in the image of Aaron. See, he's taking all of your wealth and he's building a golden calf. And see, when I came back from down Mount Sinai, like Moses came down from Mount Sinai, but see, I came out of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida with the Florida Constitution, the United States Constitution, the Florida Bill of Rights, the United States Bill of Rights, the United States Declaration of Independence, statutory law, and the Civil Rights Act of 1964, like Moses came down from Mount Sinai with the 10 Commandments. See, now, don't you see those who are Aaron, who have built churches to worship in, are now on trial with the 10 Commandments, with the prophets in the Holy Bible and the Holy Quran. Your spiritual world is now in the day of judgment, and you missed the court date. See, and now all of this from August 12, 2008 at 10:40 in the morning is evidence of your violation of the covenant. So it's showing that you are the descendants of the serpent, Adam and Eve, who was created in the second Genesis. See, you're not from Genesis 1. You have no image. You only have evidence of the dirt that you do, because you came from dirt, and dirt you return to. So now, and it says, and one fears who become fuel, and one's fuel, which would burn only eternally at first, but will burn, internally at first, but will burn eternally for eternity. See, eternally for eternity. This is my testimony. This would allow the souls of the reincarnated to return to the burning bush of one's soul and become reconnected to one's place within the Exodus. Don't be afraid if you are last, because you are really first within a line led by the blind. The promise of the land would be at your feet, but the pace of the Exodus would be swift, because the leader would be gifted of tone, but the blind of valley. So the leader is listening by faith as the deny the wisdom of their own sight. They do not believe within the souls that they lead, so they micromanage the Exodus from their earlobes, ear hole, instead of from the crest of their mountain's heart, because the definition of rain is a water falling in drops condensed from vapors in the atmosphere. The dense of this water that has fallen like rain, a fall of rain, rainstorm, the rainy season, rainy weather, a heavy rain. Now we of physical life, for which are forced to fight a spiritual enemy from a physical existence, from within a spiritual understanding, is given from an opinion of a pupil must first fight internally to see from. See, now this is what I'm saying, right? Now we are physical life. That's me, that's you. For whom are forced to fight a spiritual enemy. That's religion and the lie that was born from it. Like they killed Jesus of Nazareth of Galilee. They created Jesus Christ. And now they deny us of our humanity because they selling Jesus to us. They tell us if we don't follow Jesus, then we can't be blessed. But if we don't pay them, then they not going to defend us from who? See what I'm saying? And this is what I'm doing, see? So now, so from a physical existence, see, so this is from a physical existence, I'm fighting a spiritual enemy. See what I'm saying? And now religion is my enemy. See, the same that was the enemy of Jesus of Nazareth of Galilee, the same was the enemy of the Prophet Muhammad. See, the Prophet Muhammad is telling you that he also was thrown out. See what I'm saying? That they thought he had a spirit, just like Jesus, just like me. See, anybody who telling you their opinion, and then they selling you the opinion that they giving you, then they are living off of the stories that they telling you. So it's their job. See, it wasn't my job to raise my family. That's my duty. See what I'm saying? And that's what I'm telling the black man. See, you are failing at your duty, but you doing your job. See, you doing your father's business, but your father is not Jesus of Nazareth of Galilee. Your father is the high priest Caiaphas. See, you are the religious father who at the time that Jesus of Nazareth of Galilee went into Jerusalem, the religious father was the high priest Caiaphas. He was elected that year. So that was his first year as the high priest, and here that was Jesus' first time leading the Exodus, the pilgrimage to commemorate the Exodus. See, that's what the Passover is. It's a commemoration of when Moses led the Israelites out of Egypt. So Jesus was coming to pay respects to God, for whom is Moses. See what I'm saying? And that was the first time that he led the pilgrimage out of Nazareth, because Joseph had died. See, Joseph used to be the one that led the pilgrimage. So now you think that Joseph's blood sons wasn't mad with Jesus, who was James, Judas, Joseph, J-O-S-E, or whatever y'all, Joshua, or whoever, however y'all say it, right? And then he had sisters. See, it's all in the scriptures. So Mary only had Jesus. Joseph had daughters and sons. He had a harem. See, he had more than one wife. He had all, see what I'm saying? So if we not understanding the era that the story come from, then we not understanding the story has its own era. So see, we live now, they call that polygamy. When you have more than one wife, that's a crime now, right? Unless you up there and now see some places in America where Utah, up there, Brigham Young area up in that way, they believe in polygamy. See, because it's in the church. See what I'm saying? So some religions are biblical in nature. They just like Joseph. Joseph and Abraham had harems. Hagar was his handmaid. She was a slave of his. She was on his concubine. See, so now, how can God say you can't commit adultery if Abraham had a harem? See, So you got to understand what area you're in. You should anyway. But physical existence from within a spiritual understanding given from an opinion of a pupils. So that means the students pupil. So that means like if the high priest Caiaphas was teaching the high priest, and then the high priest trying to talk to Jesus, see, that's the pupil of a pupil. See what I'm saying? Because they learning from the scriptures, but Jesus was the New Testament. So they was teaching the Old Testament. Jesus was teaching them that they didn't know the Old Testament, and now you all teaching the New Testament as if you done gave way to the testament that Jesus was teaching. See, Jesus was teaching what the Prophet Muhammad was teaching, the Torah, the first 5 books. Now y'all teaching this other New Testament, right? But you now not using the Old Testament to show you that the high priest Caiaphas is your preachers, your ministers, your teachers. See, because how do they know me or you? Just like they didn't know Jesus then, they don't know me now, right? So the many wonders of hate's pain, the many souls of God's creations fighting as an unknown opponent for which has allowed God's creations to fight themselves as well as each other, alone. Other are Exodus, and they of faith have grown weary of their wandering within the wilderness of their souls, for which has started them to question as the truth now lives, so they can use the evidence of my birth and see as they of reincarnation has already saw from the sin of late eyes, given the blessings of hindsight, for which is the gift to see the nature of your life's purpose after it has happened within your spirit, before you of physical being face the event within your physical existence. So see, that's my book. See, that's me telling you my testimony, and it's in my Bible. See, written by me, the gift, and my company, Folk Houses Incorporated. So this is how I'm gonna be able to pay you to help me spread the gospel. And when we spread this gospel, then I'm gonna invest in God's hands, the farmers, the doctors. See, we all can't do what Jesus did as one, but we can all do it individually, because we have doctors, we have farmers, we have nurses, we have teachers. But we have to start learning and then teach what we learn. Don't teach what's taught, because what's taught has a fork in it. It's a fork in the road. And if they never wanted us to know something, why would they teach us what they never wanted us to know?